Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz and I'll be guiding you on this journey today. This is a reading for Pisces, wherever Pisces shows up in your chart. And what else? Ooh, if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you subscribed to my channel. And yeah, why do I feel like I'm missing something? I don't know. Okay. Maybe it'll come to me. Anyway, so yeah, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here and giving me an opportunity to pull some cards for you. So, this is a 3-card spread. First card is your current energy. Second card is the energy that's leaving or that's no longer serving you. Third card is what is coming in or the energy that's going to be available to you. I don't take the jumpers with this spread, so I'm just going to shuffle a bunch and then we'll get your cards out. Oh, and I'll clarify each one of those cards with another card. Okay. For Pisces. Current energy, the Devil. What's leaving, the Page of Swords. What's coming in, the Knight of Wands. And then to clarify, the Devil, we have the Judgment card. Interesting. Decisions to be made. And then to clarify the Page of Swords, we have the 5 of Wands. And to clarify the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Well, the Devil card is Capricorn. I believe Judgment is actually Pluto, which is interesting because Pluto just moved out of Capricorn. So if you're a Pisces rising, that would be your 11th house. Groups, friendships, community, hopes and dreams, aspirations. Interesting. If you're not a Pisces rising, obviously it would then, depend on on what your rising sign is. So, the Devil card talks about the things that control us. That could be addiction. It could be, numbing, distraction, shopping. It could also be self-sabotage too. Like just not wanting to see the truth of either something or someone. But, we can see the Devil back there playing a flute. We can see this figure in the forefront here. It looks like they're holding an apple. So it almost gives like, Eve energy. Although I don't think Eve was the one that ate the apple. But, the story goes. So again, like even temptation, it could just be, like a cycle of behavior that you have been in. It could be, of course, like even a toxic relationship, whether that is with a person, with a job, with a friend group, even with yourself, like your life, and this is a current energy. Okay. So this would be like something that is like kind of right in front of your face, or just something that is like coming up for you as far as, again, just, the things that are going on in your environment, in your life, in your work, in whatever. And how are those things, like, what is your relationship to those things? Basically, like, are you making decisions, from a place of, scarcity or, just feeling controlled by something in some aspect? And it's paired with the Judgment card. And then Judgment card, it's the card that is right before the Fool card. Or I'm sorry, the World card. Hello. So it's like, it literally is like making this decision. But it's like a big decision. It could even just be recognizing how this Devil card is playing out in your life. And it's like making the decision to not be controlled by something. And I really don't know like what that would be. It could be work related because we have the Ace of Pentacles over here, but everything else like just feels like kind of like personal-ish over here. Like, I mean, this really is like you working through some stuff. I also just really think that it's interesting. I'm going to cover, I don't know if I should cover this whole card, whatever. Right here, you see in this tree, this star, never seen it before. And now on this Ace of Pentacles, you know, there's the star also. So I do think that's interesting because why would my eye go there? I mean, the amount of times that I've worked with these cards, and I have never seen that star there. So yeah, big decision here for you. And it seems like it's being made more difficult because of whatever the devil is for you. Whether that's, you know, I mean, it could be an idea of how you thought your life was going to play out. And it's like still trying to manifest that. And it's like making all of these decisions that are like maybe not quote unquote the best decisions for you. And I know that you would probably feel that because Pisces, right? Like the feeler of all feelers. Like I know that you would be feeling that in your body, and maybe it's expressing in some capacity, like through your body, whether you're not feeling well, you're breaking out, you know, you have an unexplained rash or hair falling out, whatever. I don't know. But again, right? Like making decisions that you think are going to get you closer to this thing that you always wanted, that you always imagined, whatever, right? But it's just kind of like creating more toxicity. So like, again, there's a decision to be made here. And over here, as far as like what's leaving, we have the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. And it to me, like these cards have this feeling or like have this vibe of watching this play out. It's like not being an active participant. However, though, it's like you keep kind of throwing in like nuggets of thought or, you know, like sharing your ideas or beliefs or whatever, right? Like, but being guarded too. So it's like you share it and then immediately go to being on guard or like, you know, kind of protecting your heart, because even right, like with their body language, how their heart is like over their chest here, they have the sword at the ready. And then with the Five of Wands, you know, we can see these three people fighting. It is a card of conflict and competition. So again, like maybe there is just, you know, some heavy conversations that are being had. It doesn't necessarily have to be between three people, but there can be three people involved here. There are three people on this card and then two lions. So it's almost like it literally feels like to me stoking a fire, but like not directly being involved in it. Like every once in a while you go pour some gasoline on the fire and then you step back and watch what happens. However, though, at the same time, if it could also be, you know, like sharing your thoughts, your beliefs, like what you believe to be true based on your perspective, based on, you know, like your filter, your ego, that could be potentially causing some sort of conflict. Which is not like a bad thing, right? Like if you are working through something, I mean, of course, like it sucks to like, you know, share something and then it cause a fight, right? Like, oh my God, I can't stand that myself. And it does like create like a level of, you know, kind of fear a little bit and just wanting to like not be directly engaged with it, but still wanting to participate, like wanting to get it out of you too. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing either. I mean, either way, it's not a bad thing, but it is in the position of what is leaving. So if there has been some sort of conflict around communication, around sharing, ideas and beliefs and all of that, right? Like this would be saying that it is on its way out. There is going to be some sort of like resolution to it, or break from it. And I think too, like with this Five of Wands, it is like also learning how to communicate, learning how to work through conflict, right? Because I also, like with the Five of Wands, I see it as being like Mulan. I always think of the movie Mulan, and how, when they show up to warrior training and like literally nobody is getting along, it's full of ego, right? Like I'm better than everybody else, blah, 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 competition, nobody is working together, nobody even wants to work together, right? It's like trying to point out or trying to find the weakest link and, bully up against them or whatever. But then like as time goes on, right, like they start interacting with each other, they start learning how to fight together, but they learn how to do that by fighting each other. So right, like there's a lot that can be learned through this process, just even by sticking with it. So over here with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands is going for something. It's taking action, right? There's an amount of confidence there too. Maybe even being a little delulu. But if this does have something to do either with yourself, with other people, because I mean, this can also just feel like being on a roller coaster, right? And just really kind of feel like you've been drudging through some muck and literally, like I said, like making a decision to come out of that, or even just recognizing how much either yourself or the situation has transformed as a result of these things. So this is like, having the confidence to move forward in whatever aspect that looks like for you. It's like having the confidence to go after something, and really it's actually even wanting to, because wands have to do with, I think I already said it, but action, the motivation behind the actions that we take, creativity, passion. How are we communicating those things? What actions are we taking towards those things? Trying new things. Speaking of new things, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Again, Pentacles have to do with our money. The Ace of Pentacles then would be a new opportunity. It could be a new job. It could be a new form of income. It could just be like even just moving through the material world differently. It could have something to do, of course, like with your health. Because like I said, right, like if you have been making decisions that just really go against your intuition, you're going to eventually feel that very heavily. And this now, it's almost like giving yourself permission to take those actions, to do the things, to express yourself in however way that you feel authentic to express, and how that creates this new thing here. And it is highly supported because in the trees, we have these, I always call them like nymphs. I'm not sure what they're actually, fairies. I don't know. But it's like, they're part of the tree, right? But if you can see, they're these two, they look feminine to me beings. And to me, it feels like being supported, feeling like being protected. Like this is very much for you. Not to mention with these crystals down here, like cleansing, almost even like being amplified too. Like whatever this opportunity is, there's like an amplification to it. So it's like through this, through going through the muck, the shit, the whatever, right? There's this amazing opportunity over here for you that you're going to jump on right away. or even like coming out of this, being this different version of yourself, having a deeper understanding of yourself, a deeper trust of yourself. I love it. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.